Well, today I did resolve the pepper mill project, and saving some time, I added a 10.45 millimeter long screw to the bottom of this pepper mill. Thread locked it in, and it gives me the really coarse pepper that I was after for so many years. And so if you want to do that, you can get one of these Cole Mason pepper mills, and I'll save you a lot of time. Just change out the screw. It's an M3 by 0.5 pitch, and it's a 5 millimeter. Put in a 10.5 and you'll get a really coarse grind out of it. But if you want to stick around and watch all the experimentation and the project, just stick around and watch. But I'll save you some time right up front and give you the facts of what you need to do what I figured out. So this is the next pepper mill that I'm going to be working on, and this one has similar settings, just a few more options here. You can see, you can find it's already set for the largest size. This one's the Cole Mason. So I'll go ahead and run some corns out of it on the largest setting here, just to get a ballpark base run. So this one's definitely dropping out some bigger chunks than the other one. It's actually not too bad. It's pretty, kind of liking what I see there. But I'm just going to see what I can do. Maybe I can make it a little bit bigger. So I'm going to save that in this bowl. And then I'm going to dump out the peppercorn. This one, you pull the lid out, and they just come out the top. I think this one's a little easier to deal with as far as loading it, from what I recall. And I like this one. You can see how much peppercorn you got left. Sometimes we put different colors in there. Pretty cool. But now she's empty. So on this one you can see it's got the similar design there. You can see what happens. So right now it's on the coarse setting. It looks like I could use some cleaning in there too. It's coarse setting to the fine setting. And back to coarse. So you can see at the coarse setting, this black centerpiece is moving down. And on the fine setting, as you go towards fine, it's moving further and further up. So, got a theory here. I'm going to try it out. I found a little washer here that I can put on the back of here, on the bottom, and that will give me that thickness extra. And I'll see if that makes any difference. Alrighty, so I'm going to put that together here. And then the white spacer goes on. And I can see it's a very small diameter as to not block this entry here with the peppercorns. Oh, wait, the spring goes in. That's the white spacer, the spring, then the gearing, and now I have to sort of hold it up here while I put this washer. The washer goes right there in the center. Then this piece, and then my screw. And if this works, I will come back and red Loctite that screw in. I'll put that on there so I can tighten it even more. Okay. Now I'm going to put the peppercorn in there. That should be enough to figure out if it's working. Modified pepper down here. Ooh, that's pretty good. Look at that. Those are like half kernels, and I like that. That's good. Look at that. Now beside it, I'm going to put what I just ground out before the modification. So you can definitely see a difference. These have these look like they're almost a third of a peppercorn, and these are finer. Yeah, these are good. I like that. Success. I'm happy with that. And of course I'm on the coarse setting here. And so now I'm going to take this apart, make that permanent, and put her back together. So actually I got a good result adding the washer. And so of course I'm going to try now add 2 washers and double the spacing and see if I can get it to be too much. So there it is. Well, I've got that out. I'm going to see what this thread is. Looks like it might be metric. I might go and add a larger screw, a longer screw. Yeah, that's it right there. Happen to have a metric screw there. I can run in. That's the extent of it right there, though. And so I'm going to add two spacers on it this time. So we got the white spacer, the spring, the gear, I've got the spring in there, I have the gear on there. And now instead of 1 washer, I'm going to try 2. For even more space. And for now I'm just going to go in with this screw. And if it works, I will locate a longer screw. Tighten that in there. I gotta have that in there to tighten it. Alright, I've got 2 spacers in here. I'm going to load it up. Easier said than done, I guess. Should be enough. Put the lid on. I'm going to get my paper out here. And so I've got 2 piles here. This is the unmodified. This is the modified. I'm going to see if I can move those a little bit. Keep them separate. So here comes the third. And this has 2 spacers on it here. Make sure I'm on the coarse setting. Yep. I believe that is an improvement. Dropping some pretty healthy hunks there. Even more seed-like than before. I think that's pretty good. I mean, it's not, it doesn't exceed my requirement by any means, but it's okay. It's sort of almost there. Tempted to put one more, but I think I'll stick with the two spacers. And I just need to figure out how to make that permanent now. So you can see it's dropped, it's even further back. The spring is pushing that even further back now than before. So let's see. Still want my 10.5. Just about there. I'm going to lock it this way, I guess. I'll hold on to that. Then use this one. Turn against it. Try it one more time here. Lock it down hard. So I'm going to try to cut right in front of that nut right there. Now I unthread that. Hopefully it forms some decent threads for me. Yeah, let's see what I ended up with here. About 10.45. That's good enough for me. Okay, so now theoretically when I run that screw in, I can bottom it out and it'll hold pretty good. I'm going to go get a driver for that. So I was going to use red Loctite, but my red Loctite looks like it's not trustworthy at the moment. Got old. So I'm going to use the blue. I'm sure the blue will hold. Actually, it's probably a good idea not to use red, because if you use red, you probably never get it back apart. And who knows, you know. I may find out this is the wrong thing to do. So I'm gonna use the blue. This is supposedly sort of semi-permanent. Again, it's a M3 by 0.5 millimeter pitch screw, and in my case I went with a 10.45 length that I custom cut. I didn't have a 10, couldn't find one. I had a 12, and it wasn't stainless, and I kind of think it's a good idea to keep it stainless, like it for food grade sort of stuff. So there we go. That's I call that a success. Cole and Mason pepper grinder modified with a longer screw, Loctited into place, and fully engaged in all the threads of the shaft here. And so now all I have to do is load it up, and I'm not going to comment with my family about the modification. They might find it in my channel, but I'm going to see if they notice it. So thanks for watching and good luck with your projects.